Preparing the patty.
Hello. Welcome to the spooky stream. Spooky. Oh. I was honestly expecting this to be tomorrow. But then it was today. So today it is. It's a surprise party, I guess. Oh well. Been partnered for 10 fucking years. 10 god diddly dang years. Goodness gracious. Oh, wait a minute, let me take up a little more real estate here. There we go. What was I doing? Nothing. There's nothing to do. Am I like... Wait, looked like I was being choppy there. Alrighty, well... I have a selection... Ah! Thank you, Doc DK. Mike, thanks for the 86 months. Unmasked Hanya, thanks for the 58. Kuzuki, thanks for the 53 months. Appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. I have a, hey everybody. I have a selection of Goosebumps, Reader Beware, You Choose the Scare books. And I'm going to let you choose which one I read to you. And at the end of each page, or each section, we'll run a quick poll to see which way we'll go in the book. I thought it would be fun. Can smell those yellowed pages from here. They're honestly not that smelly. They don't have that, like, book smell, you know? They're just, there's nothing to them. I wish they smelled like that. I love that smell. It's such a good smell. Rusty Shakes, thanks for the 50 months. Welcome back.
Best bald on twitch.tv according to your mother.
Sure. We'll go with that. Thanks, Rusty. A mention of my gift sub continuation. That's not on my thing. Did you do that? I wonder if those don't show up on the list. I believe you. Yeah, there it is. Fake Lobster. Happy September. Thanks for continuing your gift sub. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty. So, let's see. How many of these do I have? I got like $50 worth of used books. I just picked some at random. The cheap ones. Dude, some of the Choose Your Own Scare books go for like $150. Fucking wild. Fucking wild, man. How do I do this? Oh, really? Yep. What's up, Amanda? I have a great reading voice. Well, I think Dave's is quite good as well. Hope you, Dave, and the fam are all well. Stairs at our collection upstairs. The collection, eh? Alright. Which book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, what? There's only 5 options per the poll on Twitch? Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to do 2 polls. Okay, well, vote in the poll. You got a minute. We'll choose lots. A minute to choose between 1 and 4 and 5 and 8. We'll do 2 polls. First one we'll do a lot. Actually, I'm gonna mix them up. I have them in order. I'm gonna mix them up. I'm mixing them up. I'll mix it up. Do a prediction instead.
Patty Love.
You could do a prediction next. For the actual book, for the book that's chosen. Amy Berry, thanks for the 26 months. Welcome back. Which block has venom and vanilla in it? Dave, it's not a Goosebumps choose your own scare book and you know it. Gosh. Book's pretty spooky. You can dump 250k points on one. It's true. Very true. Is it a tie? This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. I'm going to read one page and then be like, all right. We have to choose between pages 18 and 37. Which one's it going to be? And it's going to be a tie.
Holy Moy 33 also 5 to 8 Patty Smile.
All right, this one we'll do a prediction. How about that? We'll do a prediction. That won't be a tie. Which lot of books to choose from? And I'm not gonna tell you if the least amount of points is chosen or the most amount of points is chosen. You just have to gamble. All right. How long is that? 30 seconds. I will give you a minute. Teal Knight, thanks very much for the 33 months. Appreciate you. Could mail to you and let you read all the notes Dave wrote me in high school.
Dear Amanda, when I saw you in the back of algebra class, I thought you were so pretty. Will you go to homecoming with me? Signed, David. Smiley face.
Don't you dare. It tied for a split second. It tied. Holy shit. Well, 5 through 8 has the most points, so 5 through 8 it is. Congratulations, 5 through 8ers. Which means if we hold them up like this, left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now we can do a poll.
Woo, party!
Hi to my favorite Baldage streamer.
Hello. Tobias, welcome back. Appreciate the resub. Now we'll do a poll. Okay. Y'all better get used to polls, because we're going to be doing this all goddamn night. Might mix it up and do some predictions in there. Could be fun. Could be fun. But for now, we'll do a poll to decide. Okay, so the choices are... God, these are so stupid. I love it. Let's see. This is so dumb. I can't write it all. I'm gonna have to take out beware of. All right, the first one. Beware of the purple peanut butter. Beware of the purple peanut butter. Talk about snack attack. Your aunt and uncle told you to stay out of their basement, so of course you check it out. That's where you find the dusty old refrigerator. In the fridge there are 2 containers. One is filled with purple goop. It smells just like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The other holds a piece of chocolate cake. Your stomach is growling. If you eat the purple goop, you start shrinking. Pretty soon you're battling it out with a gigantic monster. A mouse. If you choose the cake, you grow into a tall giant. Now you're trying to escape from the police who are convinced you're a mutant alien. The choice is yours. That is beware of the purple peanut butter. That's choice 1. Chilling, I know. All right. Choice number 2. So stupid. Choice number 2 is TikTok. You're dead. I modeled for this one. Get trapped in time. Boring. That's how you describe your family vacation in New York City. Instead of visiting all the cool spots like Rockefeller Center and the Statue of Liberty, your parents drag you to a bunch of stupid museums. Who wants to learn? Fucking losers. Chronic, thanks for the 92 months. Appreciate
Happy
you.
10 years, bud. Here's to 10 more smile.
Aye. Welcome back, man. Good to see you. Buttercup, thank you as well. Appreciate the 56 months. Welcome. My resub didn't go through. Oh, okay. Well. Okay. Yeah, it did. Thank you. Then, at the Museum of Natural History, something really strange happens. You accidentally get involved in a strange experiment that sends you traveling through time. Will you duel with knights at a medieval castle, come face to face with man-eating dinosaurs, or take a ride through outer space? The choice is yours. That's number 2. TikTok, you're dead. Excuse me. Number 3. This would be deep in the jungle of doom. I have to write these down. You're headed to a South American jungle with your nature study class. Everything seems pretty cool at first, but then you start to get bored. Where's the beach? Where's the excitement? So you and your friend decide to do a little exploring on your own. That's when you see something so freaky. All you want to do is get out of there. If you run screaming down one trail, you'll end up at a waterfall with a creepy underground cave. If you choose the other trail, you'll eat some fruit that turns you into a crazy-looking sea monster. Will you get back to normal before things start to get really fishy? The choice is yours. Oh, yeah, I was a kid in the 90s, 100%. All right, and then the last one. Number 4. Scream of the evil genie. As usual, this genie's a major meanie. As usual, it was a pretty long day at school, so before you do your homework, you decide to grab a soda. But when you open the can, out pops a genie who offers you 3 wishes. She seems pretty cool, so you accept. You start out with an easy one, like wishing to be gorgeous. She turns you into something that everyone wants to see, but that something isn't exactly human. If you still think she's cool and wish to be rich, you'll definitely find out the hard way that money isn't everything. Will you get back to normal before you're all washed up? The choice is yours. All right. I'll give you a few minutes. I'm going to start the poll and show you the choices again while it's running. So number 1, beware of the purple peanut butter. Number 2, TikTok, you're dead. Number 3, what is it? Deep in the jungle of doom. And number 4, Scream of the evil genie. Make sure you vote in the poll. We'll be reading through these. At least one of them. Why do I remember so many of these? Because they're all the same. If you remember one, you remember them all, dude. I still think the best Goosebumps book is the very first Goosebumps book. I forget what it's called. It's just like a haunted mansion or whatever. It's a good book. Welcome to Dead House. That sounds right. Yeah. Wrote like 10 a month? Oh, I believe that. Sephiroth, thanks for the 14 months. Welcome back. The plant one, isn't that like Don't Go in the Basement or something like that? That one's really good too. I read that one. Like the cover is like the plant hand reaching around the doorway or something like that. Buttercup! Thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. Waldry, Xandarius, Palace, The Musnik, and Nerdy Bobs. Welcome back, everybody. Make sure you thank Buttercup. Stay out of the basement. Yep.
Woo, party!
Congrats on the 10-year partner anniversary. Thank you for the amazing content, Patty Love.
Thank you for the amazing resub. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you. I remember Don't Think About It because I thought about it a lot. The rabbit one, yeah. The dummy, the ventriloquist dummy one, everyone recognizes because it's just so fucking creepy looking. That art is like iconic. But it was like book 20 something. Like it wasn't even special. It was just that art was so iconic. Night of the Living Dummy. Goosebumps TV episode about the dummy. They had a Goosebumps TV episode for Attack of the Mutant. And, what's his name? Adam Scott. That's his name, right? Batman. He was like the superhero trying to defeat the mutant. What's his name? It's not Adam Scott, is that right? Adam West, thank you. That didn't sound right. Okay, the poll's done. What are we reading? Yeah, I had a feeling. Beware the purple peanut butter. Well, everyone, let's make some choices. Here we go. Beware! Oh god, oh, that's so gross. That's so fucking gross, dude. Ew. What is this? How does that even happen? Like, the cover's completely clean, like it's fine, but then you open it and this is the cover. It's well seasoned. It doesn't smell at all. It's the peanut butter. Hito Shura. Thanks for the 14 months. Welcome back. Yay, cheap books. Yeah, it's a, God, 25-year-old book. Something like that. 25-year-old $5 kids book. Beware, do not read this book from beginning to end. Don't go in the basement, your aunt warns as you start a game of hide and seek with your two horrible cousins. Do you listen? No way. But while you're hiding in the basement, your stomach grumbles and growls. You open an old refrigerator and find a jar of purple peanut butter and a stale chocolate cake. Which should you eat? Watch out. A small taste for one of these foods could cause big trouble. You may never be the same again. You're in control of this scary adventure. You decide what will happen and how terrifying the scares will be. Start on page 1, then follow the instructions at the bottom of each page. You make the choices. So take a long, deep breath, cross your fingers, and turn to page 1 to give yourself goosebumps. Here we go. You can't believe your parents did this to you. Your mom and dad are off to Europe on a business trip, those assholes. So you have to spend the summer in Fiskville with Aunt Fiona and Uncle Harvey, which means spending the summer with your cousins Barney and Dora, which means a summer of torture. Barney is a year older than you and a bully. Dora is a year younger and a whiny pest. Not what you had in mind for your summer vacation. You stare glumly out the car window as your aunt and uncle drive home from the airport. Aunt Fiona turns around in the front seat and beams at you. Barney and Dora can't wait till we bring you home, she squeals. I'll bet, you think. Bad news, Barney can't wait to pound me into the ground. Dora the drag can't wait to rope me into playing with her dolls. Uncle Harvey pulls the car into the driveway. You stare at the house. It's 2 stories high and run down. The lawn is choked with weeds. The front steps are cracked and crumbling. Not very promising. At least the creepy cousins aren't around, you think. Maybe you can sneak off before they know you're here. Then a loud bang makes you nearly jump out of your skin. Go on to page 2. You know what drives me fucking nuts, by the way? When my dad reads, every page he licks his index finger and his thumb. Every page. It's every page. Drives me nuts. Barney runs out the front door, letting it slam behind him. You slowly step out of the car. Barney's pudgy face breaks into a mean grin under his thick blonde hair. Even though he's only a year older than you, he's twice your size. While your aunt and uncle unload the car, he punches you on the arm. Hard. Hi, wimp, he snarls. Dora skips around the side of the house, holding her obnoxious orange cat, Puff. Dora's dark hair hangs in 2 long braids over her shoulders. She eyes you with a smirk, then giggles. Puff hisses at you. What a summer, you think. Maybe you can spend your entire vacation upstairs in your room. But no. We've been waiting for you, Barney says. Let's play hide and seek. Oh no, you think. It's starting. Nice to see you're already having fun, Aunt Fiona gushes. Your uncle and I have to go back to work at the university. I'll take your suitcase upstairs for you. No, really, you protest. I don't mind. Nonsense, Uncle Harvey responds. You kids go on and play. There's just one thing. It's very important. You can play anywhere you want, but don't go in the basement. Oh, turn to page 23. When are the options? When do the options happen? I'm getting restless. Why can't we go in the basement, you ask? We haven't cleaned it out since we moved in, Aunt Fiona tells you. The people who owned the house before us were very strange. We don't know what's down there. It could be dangerous. Let's get started, Barney commands when parents leave and has gone inside. You remember the hide-and-seek rules? I remember. Who could forget? Whoever's it gets to pound anyone he catches, Barney reminds you. Fine, you say. I'll go first. Sorry, Barney replies. It's my house. I'll be it to start. Now go hide while I count to 100. He laughs as he waves his fist in your face, then he shuts his eyes. Gulp, go on to page 108. I think this is not really choose your own scare, but more so just the pages are put together out of order. Okay, this one actually has a choice. Finally. One, Barney counts. 2, 3, 4, 27, 28, 50. As usual, your cousin is cheating. You'll have to find a place to hide, fast. But where? Dora drops Puff and runs around the back of the house. You want to stay as far away from her as possible. You glance around, then tiptoe into the house. You find yourself in a small living room crowded with furniture. You don't have much time. Where can you hide? You dodge around a couple of chairs, then you head for a hallway that leads to the kitchen. 70, Barney shouts from outside. 81, 86. You spot a doorway to the right of the refrigerator. You pull the door open. Steep, splintery steps lead down into a dark, musty-smelling room. It must be the way to the basement. But your aunt and uncle warned you to stay out of it. 93. Quick, make a decision. Should you forget about your aunt and uncle's warning and hide in the basement, or find somewhere else to hide? To creep down to the basement, turn to page 71, or find another hiding place on page 47. New poll. Where to hide? Basement? Somewhere else. Quickly, vote in the poll. We going in that thing. We ain't no bitch. See, for me, I would choose the don't go in the basement because that's what the whole book depends on you doing. We got about 20 seconds left. Thanks for all the happy partner anniversaries. Somewhere else wins. 34-32. Jesus Christ. Alright, that was page 108. Find another hiding place on page 47. Find another hiding place on page 47. Page 47. Are you serious? Are you really so wimpy you won't go into the basement just because your aunt and uncle told you to stay out of it? Just because it might be dangerous? Get real. Return to page 108 to choose again. I see this as a BioWare book. Ah. Which one would you like to choose this time, chat room? Do you want to go down in the basement or find another hiding place on page 47? Let's do it again.
Somewhere else. Somewhere else. 47. 47.
All right, well. Are you serious? Are you really so wimpy you won't go into the basement just because your aunt and uncle told you to stay out of it? Just because it might be dangerous? Get real. That's like... That's it. I love how massive the page numbers are too, up at the top. Love it. All right. Creep down to the basement, page 71. You glance around quickly to make sure no one is watching. Then you push open the basement door and start down. The stairs are old. They creak with every step you take. Cobwebs brush your face. What could be down here that's so dangerous, you wonder? You reach the bottom of the stairs. The floor is so dusty it looks as if it hasn't been cleaned in 100 years. Feeble daylight filters through a big, filthy window at the back of the room. You start to explore. But there's nothing much to see. Mostly old, dusty, worn furniture. Old couches, old chairs, an old mattress, and an old refrigerator and stove, both covered with rust, sit in one corner. Nothing dangerous, nothing even interesting. Being down here is better than getting pounded by Barney. You sit in one of the old armchairs and wait. Sooner or later, Barney and Dora will get tired of their game. Soon it will be safe to go back upstairs. There's only one problem. A big problem. Turn to page 14. It's a children's book. Don't pound it, Degenerate fucks. Your problem is that you're hungry. The plane ride to Fiskville was a long one. All you had to eat was an airline snack of peanuts and a soda. Now you realize you're starving. Your stomach... Remember when you could get on a plane and they would actually just give you soda and peanuts? Do you have a card on file with your rewards account, sir? Stomach's growling so loudly, you're almost afraid Barney and Dora will hear it.
Happy partner anniversary.
Eternal Newbie, thank you very much. Welcome back. You glance around the basement again. Maybe there are some cans of food. Maybe there are some cans of food? This is a child young enough to be playing hide and seek. Maybe there are some cans of food. But no, the only shelf contains old carpenter's tools. The only cabinets are full of torn and dirty sheets and towels. You really don't want to go back upstairs, not yet, not with Barney the bully and drippy Dora waiting for you. Okay, maybe now I'm kind of on board with this whole sexual undertone thing they've got going on. What about the old refrigerator? You see that it's plugged in. Maybe there's something to eat inside. Trying not to get your hopes up too high, you approach the refrigerator. The door seems stuck, but you pull hard and it pops open. You spot 2 containers way in the back. You bend down to inspect them and gasp. Turn to page 29. Old drippy Dora and her brother pounding Barney. I say 24? Shit, I don't remember. Shit. 29. Oh, it's a choice page. Something in the refrigerator smells great. It smells so good your mouth starts watering. You were hungry before, but now you're ravenous. Whatever is giving off the smell must be the best tasting food in the world. You pull... This is the page. By the way, this is the page. Whatever is giving off that smell must be the best tasting food in the world. You pull out the 2 containers and examine them. One is a small jar. The bottom of the jar is a glob of disgusting looking purple goop. The other container is a white bakery box with a label that says Effie's Bakery Midvale in fancy writing. Inside the box is a thick slab of chocolate cake. You lean down and sniff. To your surprise, the delicious aroma is coming from the purple goop. It smells like a combination of the best peanut butter and jelly in the world with chocolate on top. The cake doesn't have any smell at all. Your stomach growls again. Which will you eat?
Patty howdy.
The wonderful smelling purple goop? Or the chocolate cake? Thank you very much, No Good Handles. Appreciate the 3-monther. Welcome back. Which will you eat? Purple goo? Chocolate cake. I'll give you a minute. This is a big decision. This one actually matters. Good luck. You had goop for lunch, yeah. Yeah, I'm all gooped out myself. It's actually not the moon in the background, that's just the light shining off my head. Ooh, chocolate cake's in the lead with about 10 seconds left, but it's close. It's close. Oh, it's even closer. Chocolate cake wins 40 votes to 38. We're having the cake and eating it too. Alrighty. Alright, page 111. If you try the cake, go to page 111. I'm actually gonna earmark page 29. I'm earmarking page 29. You could go back later and try the goop. Alright, page 111. The cake was actually poison. You died. Go back to I'm just kidding. You decide to taste the cake. That purple peanut butter looks too weird. You are so hungry your mouth waters when you take a big bite of the cake. The frosting is hard, the cake is crumbly, and there's a funny aftertaste. You've definitely had better. That sounds really good. You know, funny aftertaste, but that sounds pretty good. The chocolate is chocolate. Besides, you're starving. Your mouth is open for another bite when you hear your aunt calling your name. Uh-oh, your aunt's still home. You don't want to get caught in the basement. What can you do? Your eyes dart around the basement, searching for a way out. The basement window! You hurry across the room and scramble to the back of the sofa. By standing on your tiptoes, you could just reach the Grimsy windowsill. Grimmy? Grimsy? Grimy. Grimy. That word says grimy. That one right there. That says grimy. You hoist yourself up. Luckily, the window is open. You slither through, flopping onto the grass. Great! No one will ever know you were in the basement. Problem solved. Then you roll over onto your back and face a new problem. What is it? Turn to page 27. Okay. Pages are so sticky. Such sticky pages, so sticky. Yo, Cliffy, thanks, man. Hope you're doing well. Pounding time. Your big, mean, obnoxious cousin is looming over you. Found you, Barney exclaims. Now I get to pound you. I like that game. You leap to your feet, but it's too late. Barney grabs you by your t-shirt. Let me go, you shout, but it's no use. It's no use. Barney has always been the meanest bully you've ever known. For years, you've dreamed of being able to beat him up. What's the matter, wimp? Barney taunts. Afraid of me? No, you exclaim. You wish you meant it. Barney punches you in the shoulder. You know it will make things worse, but you punch back. To your surprise, Barney lets go of your t-shirt. He stumbles backwards a few steps. Ow, he cries. I didn't know you could hit that hard. Neither did you. This could come in handy. You give Barney a karate chop in the arm. Stop it, he cries. He starts to run. You can't believe it. Barney is running from you. Maybe this visit will be different, you think. You figure it's safe to go back to the house. Barney probably won't bug you anymore. Take 2 steps and hear a weird ripping sound. Then you trip and fall over. What happened? Turn to page 80. It's another full page with no choice. I'm disappointed in your choice of book, chat room. You sit up and glance down at your feet. No wonder you trip. Your toes have burst through the front of your sneakers. You yank off what's left of the sneakers. You wiggle your squished toes. You've heard of outgrowing shoes, but you never knew it could happen so fast. You hurry into the house to find new shoes. You pass through the kitchen where your aunt is packing her briefcase for work. Why are you barefoot, she asks. I think my shoes shrank, you answer. I think my shoes shrank. You show her the ripped sneakers. Perhaps you're just having a growth spurt, she offers. You look a little taller. Up in your room, you study yourself in the mirror. You do look bigger, maybe a couple of inches taller than you were yesterday. Your shoes are all too short. You have to borrow an old stinky pair of Uncle Harvey's sneakers. They're a little too big for you, but they're comfortable. She's trying the shoelaces when Dora sticks her head inside the room. I saw you in the basement, she announces, and I'm telling. Turn to page 129. Okay, we got a choice on this one. Get ready. I know you were down there, Dora continues in her whiny voice. And if you don't play Tea Party with me, I'll tell. Yeah, you gotta kill Dora now. She has to die. The aunt can never know. Great, you think. I've been here less than a day, I'm gonna get into trouble already. Dora's such a pain. I don't want to play Tea Party, you shout. Wow, you think that was me? You can't believe... Wow, you think... Was that me? You can't believe how loud your voice has become. Dora's eyes grow big. She actually looks afraid. You better not squeal on me, you command. Okay, Dora says. I won't tell anybody you're in the basement. She hurries down the hall. Getting bigger's great, you decide. It really is a coming-of-age story. Anything that makes both Barney and Dora stop bothering you is fantastic. This growth spurt happens at just the right time. Unmasked Tanya, thanks for getting subbed to Wooden Barrel. Welcome back, Barrel. Dora explored too much. I'll let it slide, we're having fun. This growth spurt happened at just the right time. Thank you, Anya. Now that you've got your cousins off your back, you decide to explore the neighborhood. As you leave the house, you realize that Uncle Harvey's shoes fit really well. Too well. Yo, Max, thanks for the 67 months. Welcome back.
Happy 10 million decades.
Thanks. Appreciate you. Welcome back. They aren't big anymore. Weird, you think. You must still be growing. You push the thought out of your mind. You notice some kids playing baseball in an empty field across the street. You jog over to them. Then you hear, "Get out of here, shrimp!" Barney's glaring at you from center field. If you stand up to Barney and join the game, turn to page 26. If you try to avoid him, turn to page 89. Let's see. I'm writing the poll now. I'm writing the poll. I'm writing the poll. The T. What is happening? I'm typing one-handed because I don't want to lose my place in the book. All right. Vote now. Barney is the cousin we punched. So you roll out of the basement, get punched by Barney, you punch him back, he runs away, you go inside, get new shoes, go back outside, and now Barney is playing baseball and is the center fielder. Somehow.
You can't handle the neutron style.
Thanks, Foxo. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do more than one book. My voice kind of feels like it's already given out. Maybe it's because I streamed for 12 hours yesterday. Barney sucks. Join game. Good choice. Page 26. Oh, page 25 has a "the end" at the bottom of it. Spoilers. You glare across the ball field at Barney. You aren't going to let him keep you from joining the game. You're in luck. You won't have to fight him. Wait a minute, Barney, says a chubby kid with blonde hair. This new kid isn't a shrimp. Come on, he tells you. You can be on our team. You stick your tongue out at Barney and join the other team. You just hope they don't hate you when they discover the terrible truth. You're the strikeout champ. Come on, kid, Chubby Boy says. You're up. You'll give it your best shot. You take the bat and step up to the plate. You gaze at the pitcher, a mean-looking red-haired girl. You grip the bat tightly and wait for the pitch. Strike one, cries the umpire. You can't strike out, you think. Not with Barney's beady eyes trained on you. You concentrate on the next swing. The pitcher zooms a fastball at you. Swing the bat on page 135. This is exciting. This book is such a waste of fucking paper, dude. Half of the pages are like only half printed. You hear the sharp crack as the bat connects with the ball. Then you watch, amazed, as the ball takes off high in the air, clear across the field. Home run, some of the kids shout. You notice Barney's mouth drop open. You don't move from the plate. You stare as the ball continues straight towards a house on the next block. You watch in disbelief as the ball smashes right through the enormous front window. You don't even care that you broke the window. This is your first home run ever. As you round the bases, your teammates cheer. Even Barney looks impressed. You feel great until you hear the unmistakable sound of police sirens headed your way. Go on to page 112. That's the scariest part of this book.
Woo, party.
Police sirens in a suburban neighborhood. Ozymandias, thanks for gifting a sub to Mutamu. Welcome to the Patty Party, Mutamu. Thanks, Ozymandias. Appreciate you. I did, Nutmeg. I stayed up very late. Did a 12-hour stream. 100%ed Blasphemous 2. You glance down the street. A police car is speeding toward the ball field. Its red lights blink and a siren wails. You're in big trouble now, Barney calls. Without looking back, he dashes away. Thanks a lot, cousin, you think. He disappears in the distance. It wasn't your fault, the red-haired pitcher says. It was a great hit. You'd better get out of here fast, another player suggests. You don't know what to do. You didn't mean to break the window, but will the police believe you? What will they do? Maybe you'd better hide until they go away. Okay, are we waiting for the police and confessing, or are we running and hiding? I think the choice depends on the main character's ethnicity, to be quite honest. You decide. Shitting and farting. Yeah, exactly, Blaze. Are we white? Is this like a predominantly white neighborhood? What's going on? What are the socioeconomic undercurrents here? What should I be concerned about? Dude, the police were like waiting at the ball field, just waiting for a ball to go through a window. Whoop whoop. Bzz. Thanks, IQ. The votes are in. 41 to 33, running and hiding. That would be page 4. Page 4. Way back at the start. You don't want to get in trouble on your very first day here. You take off running. You notice the other kids scattering in all directions. After you've put some distance between you and the field, you glance back. By the time the police car arrives at the baseball field, it's completely deserted. Whew, you think. That was close. Your rumbling stomach... Scatter! Your rumbling stomach reminds you that you are still hungry. That chocolate cake wasn't enough. As you head for home, you realize that now even Uncle Harvey's shoes are too tight. Your toes are scrunched up inside the sneakers. You walk by a neighbor's window and catch a glimpse of your reflection in the glass. You can't believe your eyes. You're at least a foot taller than you were this morning. Turn to page 134. I was just reading 135. What the hell? What is happening to me, you wonder? Am I sick? Do I have a weird disease? If I keep getting bigger, I'm not going to fit in any of my clothes. You stop in the middle of the street. Terrible thought has occurred to you. What if you never stop growing? You stand there worrying, and a bus pulls up to the curb and stops. You notice a huge advertisement plastered on the sign. Getting too big? Clothes seem to be shrinking. The solution is at Arnold's. Who is Arnold, you wonder? And could Arnold's be the answer to your problem? You have a thyroid disorder. You're suffering from acute elephantitis, and you'll be dead within the hour. All right. What do? Go to Arnold's. Go home. Get your ass to Arnold's. Come on. Get your ass to Arnold's. Oh, it's a pretty solid skew towards going to Arnold's. Look at this kid. Look at this kid. I would beat this kid up too. If I was Barney, I would beat this kid up. This kid sucks. Blow up doll looking ass. Oh. Yeah, we're going to Arnold's. Page 61. Ooh, right in the meat of the book. Right in the meat. Oh, this page is full. Arnold's could be just what you need. You are getting too big and your clothes do seem to be shrinking. You ask the bus driver for directions. A few minutes later, you find yourself in front of a sleek, low building. Arnold's Reducing Spa is spelled out in neon. You think. Not exactly what you had in mind, but you might as well give it a shot. Especially since you realize that you've grown another 6 inches on the way over. God damn. Oh, ad break. Nah, whatever. You wonder why you don't feel anything. No tingling, no aching, no dizziness when you grow. You have no way of knowing when it's happening. You hurry through the glass doors. A muscular blonde man approaches you. Hello, he greets you. I'm Arnold. What can we do for you? I'm getting too big, you explain. Can you help? Arnold flexes a muscle and then beams. Of course we can help, he tells you. At Arnold's, we pride ourselves in returning our customers to their original sizes. We're offering free one-day trial membership. This sounds promising. You might try the steam room. Many members have found it helped them lose weight, Arnold suggests. Or our new reducing machine. We haven't tried it yet. You could be the first. Oh, baby. Your options are try new reducing machine, or try steam room. Vote in the poll. I'm here to pump you down. We don't know what the machine does, little child. Little 6-foot-tall child. Can you imagine having, like, no reaction to a literal 6-foot-tall 6-year-old? Maybe, like, 10-year-old. Like, you can tell they're a 10-year-old, but they're 6 feet tall. And just being like, hello, little boy. I get the feeling of coming all day. The pump. Alright, we're trying the reducing machine. Volpixten, thanks for the tier 3 54 months. Appreciate you. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you.
Happy Partner Day Shining Bald Man Party Hat.
That's me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Huge Able Boat. Thank you for the 32 months. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
Will this work now?
Yes. Didn't work the first time. It's Twitch. You've decided to try the new reducing machine. Arnold leads you to a room full of equipment. He takes you to the largest machine. This is the super duper reducer, he says. The machine is so big, it nearly touches the ceiling. It has levers and straps and weights. There's a bench with padding and a seatbelt. Looks like some kind of torture device from an old horror movie. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But before you can change your mind, Arnold pushes you onto the bench. You lie on your back, looking up into the twisted metal of the device. Arnold places your head in a big steel helmet. You can't see anything. Only your mouth is exposed so you can breathe. He puts straps around your head, your wrists, your ankles, and then turns the machine on. With a loud whirring sound, the machine begins to shake. The straps pull your arm back and forth, making them flap like wings. Some kind of pulley system yanks your legs up and down, making you kick like you would if you were swimming. At the same time, the helmet makes your head vibrate. After several minutes, the whirring stops. Your legs and arms stop moving. Arnold removes the helmet and unstraps you. Did it work? Are you smaller? Oh, he didn't say that. Did it work? Are you smaller? Flip to page 96. Zach the Zip, thanks for the 76 months.
Happy Partnerversary, partner. Patty
Thank you.
Howdy.
You don't stand up right away. You feel a little woozy from the effects of the machine. You lie on the bench and gaze up at Arnold. He's staring at you, eyes growing wider and wider. Not a good sign. Arnold, you begin. Did it work? His mouth opens and closes, but he doesn't answer you. Definitely not a good sign. You leap off the bench. You run to a mirror and your heart nearly stops. You're back to your normal height, but your body is totally changed. The flapping motion made your arms stretch. Your hands dangle below your knees. The swimming movement made your legs as thick as tree trunks. The helmet shrank your head to half its normal size. I'm afraid I got the setting wrong, Arnold says. I should have read the instructions first. Now he tells you. The end. Incredible. All right. What do you want to do? Do you want to go back to, do you want to choose the purple goo? Do you want to try going back home instead of going to Arnold's? You could try the steam room. All right. The people want the goop. It's a good thing I earmarked that page. All right, if you taste the purple goop, turn to page 17. We're tasting the goop from Aunt Betty and Uncle Cracker's basement. Cautiously, you stick a fingertip into the purple goop. It feels soft and gooey like peanut butter. You stick out your tongue and take a teeny tiny taste. Awesome flavor. It's purple and it's slimy, but this weird peanut buttery goo tastes like a combination of every delicious dessert you've ever had in your life. You lick the rest of the purple goop off your finger. Then you stick your finger back in the jar. You can't believe how yummy it tastes. You wish the whole jar were full of the purple paste. Unfortunately, there wasn't very much, and soon the jar is empty. But you're not hungry anymore. In fact, you feel great. You shut the refrigerator door and flop back down on the armchair. A moment later, you hear a loud thump at the top of the stairs. You glance up. Your heart sinks when you see what's there. Hurry to page 94. Oh, fucking shit. Come on. It's your cousin, Dora, smirking at you from the top of the stairs. You're not supposed to be down here, she whines. I'm gonna tell. Wait, you cry. It was an accident. I came in here by mistake. Yeah, sure, she taunts. But maybe I won't tell if you play with me. Maybe, you say cautiously. Let's play dolls, she urges. I have a new dollhouse. Oh, God. You hate playing with Dora. She's really spoiled, has a tantrum if she doesn't get her way. I'll tell if you don't, Dora persists. What are you gonna do? Fucking drippy Dora every time. Every time. What do? What are the options? Refuse to budge. I'm not moving. Give in and play with Dora. Kill her. No one can ever know you were in the basement. There can be no witnesses. You must kill her. You must kill the Dora. No one will know. How would they know? No one will know. Weirdly, I just got an urge to play something I haven't played in a while. I think I know what I'll do after we're done reading. Yeah, could be fun. If I can get it set up. Is it a secret? I don't want to say, because I might not be able to get it to work. Bear. 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 Is it real life baseball? I bet it's real life baseball. Dude, that's exactly what it is. I'm gonna do what Germa did and have a baseball stream. Refuse to budge. Yeah, fuck Dora, dude. What a little bitch. Page 22 for no budgers. We ain't no budging bitches. Zombies ate my neighbors. I kind of want to play that now, too. It's not that, though. No way are you going to play with bratty Dora and her dumb dolls. Cross your arms over your chest and glare at your cousin. Go ahead and tell, you taunt. I don't care. You're going to be sorry, Dora sneers at you. Then she disappears. You can hear her calling Barney. Oh, great, you think. I'm going to get pounded. Stop it. Bad chat.
Warm it up.
Bad.
Up.
Bad.
That top milk. That cream. Pure vanilla.
Each hit. Thanks for the 1,000 biddies.
That's a 10.
Happy versary Patty Dance.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop that right now. Oh, great, you think. I'm gonna get pounded. You can hear footsteps approaching. Your eyes dart around for a place to hide. You fling open the refrigerator and climb inside. The door swings shut behind you. No one's down here, Barney growls. But Barney, I tell you, from your cramped hiding place, you can hear Dora's bewildered. You hear them clamor back upstairs. Fooled you, you gloat. But the joke's on you. When you try to open the door, it won't budge. You throw all of your weight against it. Nothing. You realize you're stuck inside the refrigerator, and you're running out of air. Frantically, you pound and shout. No one hears you. It'll be hours before Uncle Harvey and Aunt Fiona come home from work. Barney and Dora are probably playing outside. As you gasp your final breath, you realize that even playing with Dora would have been better than this terrible end. You guys suck at this. I stand by my decision. So what was it, page 94? So far, you've become horribly disfigured and you've died by running out of air in a refrigerator. All right, what was it? If you give in and play with Dora, turn to page 35. Majestic Sendwa. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Venom Boss, Empty Pork, Disney Lover for Life, Chicken Lobotomy, and Alice the Gamer. Welcome back, everybody. Make sure you thank Majestic Sendwa for the gifted subs. I just realized it's Majestic Centaur, not Ua. But I like saying it the way I've been saying it, so I'm going to keep saying it that way. Wait. Oh, okay. You figure it's too early in your visit to get into trouble. All right. Where's the dollhouse? You ask Dora. Out on the porch, your cousin answers. Follow me. You start to follow Dora up the stairs when suddenly you have to stop. The strangest sensation comes over you. Your toes and fingers tingle and little pink dots swim before your eyes. Come on, Dora whines from the top of the stairs. You said you'd play. You shake your head and everything is back to normal again. That was weird, you think. Maybe you just stood up too fast. Dora stamps her foot impatiently. Do I have to sick Barney on you? She warns. I'm coming. Stop it. You stop that. You bound up the stairs. You feel a little tired. The stairs must be steeper than they look. You follow Dora out porch, sit beside her in front of the dollhouse. You have to admit the dollhouse is pretty cool. 3 stories high and filled with miniature furniture. There's even a tiny piano and a little guitar. You reach into the dollhouse to move a chair. As you do, you notice Dora's eyes open wide in surprise. Page 102. Well, I don't have to hurry this time. I can take my time. Thanks, Disney Lover.
Piano.
What's wrong? You ask Dora. Why is your watch like that? She asks, pointing to your wrist. You glance where Dora is pointing and notice that your wristwatch is hanging loose from your wrist. That's strange, you murmur. The watch band must have been stretched. Each hit. Holy moly. Thanks for the 10 gifted subs. Hagspam's Petromac. Kyle Evan Cool. Spudward, Dat Fat Cat, Hutai, Fifth Elemental, Nisopod, Green Day, and Books. Welcome back to the Patty Party. Make sure you thank each hit for the gifted subs. Thank you very much, each hit. That was really nice of you. Thank you. Where was I? It's metal, Dora points out. How could it stretch? Didn't it fit when you got here? I guess so, you mumble. That's a good question, you realize, but one you don't have an answer for. You notice something else. When you first came here, you were 3 inches taller than Dora. Sitting beside her now, you seem to be the same height. How could that be possible? Cookie! Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. To Go Spencer, Catharsis, Vandas Delka, Failure, and Quatle. Welcome back, everybody. Make sure you thank Cookie. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. What's going on? Rush to page 78. Oh, I nailed it. There's got to be a logical explanation. Maybe you didn't notice how much Dora has grown. Maybe you're losing weight. Maybe you're just imagining things. You're looking awfully thin, dear, Aunt Fiona tells you at supper that night. Have some more mashed potatoes. Yeah, wimp, Barney grins. Eat some of my food while you're at it. When his mother isn't looking, he dumps his broccoli on your plate. You ignore... I fucking love broccoli. Oof, yum. You ignore Barney because you've just noticed something disturbing. The table seems a lot higher than it used to. Something really bizarre is happening to you. I'll feel better after a good night's sleep, you think. That night you have weird dreams about pink dots and tingling toes. The next morning when you climb out of bed, your pajama bottoms fall off your body onto the floor. What's happening? You wonder in a panic. Pick up your pajama bottoms and examine them. They're exactly the same as last night. Of course they are, because you now know what the problem is. Your pajamas haven't gotten bigger. Dora hasn't grown and your wristwatch hasn't stretched. You've shrunk. Turn to page 50. You run into the bathroom. The mirror is even higher than it was last night. You have to stand on a stool to peer into it. It's true. You look the same, but you're definitely smaller. Getting dressed, you notice none of your clean clothes fit. They're all much too big, except for the jeans and t-shirt you wore yesterday. They're smaller too. Whatever made you shrink also made them shrink. But what was it? Yesterday, you mutter. You pace around the room trying to remember everything you did in the last 24 hours. You're so freaked out it's hard to concentrate. Okay, you say to yourself, trying to calm down. I've been on airplanes before. I've never shrunk. I've had my aunt's cooking before, so that's not what I ate for dinner. Suddenly, you snap your fingers. You figured it out. The purple peanut butter. You've never had anything like that before. In fact, you're not even sure what that purple goop was. You better find out. And fast. You race downstairs straight to the basement. But when you yank open the basement door, your heart stops. Go to page 100. Yesterday, you said you'd call today. It's gone! The refrigerator has disappeared. In fact, all the furniture in the basement is gone. Everything. The basement's completely empty. You rush to the kitchen. Your aunt is just leaving the house to go to work at the university. Aunt Fiona, you cry. Where's the refrigerator that was in the basement? She frowns. Dora told me you were playing down there yesterday, she replies. That rat! You played with her stupid dollhouse. She still told on you. Don't worry, Aunt Fiona goes on. I had all the furniture hauled to the dump early this morning. But you start to protest. Those old things were dirty and dangerous, she continues. Now it's safe for you kids to play down there whenever you want. She gives you a quick kiss and leaves before you can ask any more questions. You stare after her in shock. You're in big trouble. Or rather, in small trouble. You're still shrinking. What if you grow so small you disappear? If you think you can find the refrigerator at the dump, hurry to page 24. If you think you should see a doctor, turn to page 20. Oh, these are choices right here. These are choices. The choices are go to the dump or go to the doctor. I love it. Where are we going? We going to the dock or the dump? Dock or dump, everybody. Dock or dump. Oh, that's why. I feel like I was looking over at my webcam like, damn, I feel like I'm shrinking. It's because I keep fucking hitting you in the face that I'm making my webcam angle up. It's like, damn, I'm shrinking. What's happening? Horny bastards. I feel like I don't even need to look at the results here. Yeah, a resounding go to the dump. Who would have thought? Alright, page 24 for the dump. You've decided to try to find the refrigerator. You need to get that jar. There may be a label on it that can tell you what to do, or at least what the purple peanut butter is. You race to the front door. You come to a sudden stop, slapping your hand to your forehead. You forgot. You're a child and can't drive. You have no way to get to the dump. You should have gone to the doctor, but now it's too late. You slowly shrink until you become atoms, disappearing from existence. At least your cousin will be able to wear your nice new watch. The end. Just kidding. You forgot. You don't know where the dump is or how to get there. Great. Your only hope is Barney. You'll be nice, you decide. Polite. You'll even beg. You search the house for Barney. You find him in the den, lying on the floor, watching TV. Hi, Barney, you say sweetly. Did you put your prank back on the fire? Dumbledore whispered. Oof, he grunts. He doesn't even glance at you. Barney, hold it down, will ya? He growls. He's watching King Kong, probably identifying with the ape, you figure. Barney, please, you repeat. I need to. Won't you shut up? Barney snaps. His eyes are still glued to the screen. Those weird pink dots are dancing in front of your eyes again. As soon as the tingling in your toes and fingers stops, you realize you've shrunk a few more inches. Now your head is level with the arm of the couch. When is the shrinking going to end? Are you going to shrink down to nothing? Turn to page 81. He's too good. I keep getting away with it. Now you have to get to the dump, and you have to get there now. Barney is your only hope. Please, Barney, I have to. What part of shut up don't you understand? Barney demands. Trying to watch TV. Do I have to teach you a lesson? As he pulls himself up off the floor, you realize you're so little now, he towers over you. Maybe this was a bad idea. I'll see you later, you say, and start to back out of the room. But Barney means business. Oh shit, business Barney's here. You've seen that nasty expression on his face before. It means he's really mad. And when Barney is mad, watch out. Quick, where can you hide from your cousin? Oh, God. Poll time. Are we hiding in a kitchen cupboard or somewhere outside? It's nebulous.
I forget. Is our cousin stinky or something?
No, but you are. Yeah, your cousin won't stop pounding you. Life in Alabama is crazy, man. What's up, Laser? How you doing, bud? Thank you for the happies. Deliverance, the choose your own adventure. It looks like we're going in the kitchen cupboard. Yep. Kitchen cupboard it is. Page 13. Dash into the kitchen and hide in a cupboard on page 13. Thanks, Laser. You quickly spin on your heels and sprint toward the kitchen. Barney lunges for you, clumsily. He trips over his own feet and falls on the floor. Without stopping, you yank open one of the lower cupboard doors and wriggle inside. You're so small now, you could easily slip in among the pots and pans. Barney will never find you here. You hear him stomping into the kitchen just as you pull the cupboard door shut.
Where are you? He demands. You can't hide from me forever.
Want to bet, you'd think? I wonder if you're going to run out of air in the kitchen cupboard. You hear him open the door to the pantry, then slam it shut. Luckily, he never got a good look at you. He has no idea you are now small enough to fit in this little cupboard.
Wimp,
Barney hollers.
You'll have to come out sooner or later.
Definitely later, you think. You hear the TV click back on. From the sound of it, Barney's watching a really noisy race car program. This will be a great time to leave the cupboard. No way he'll hear you climb out. Smiling, you prepare to climb out of the cupboard. But then a weird, familiar feeling comes over you.
What is it? Turn to page 72.
Hey, Tofu. Thanks, man. See you, Chronic. Have a good night. Thanks for chilling. Hey, the Galahad. Those annoying pink dots. That creepy tingling in your fingers and toes. You're still shrinking. Now when you try to open the cupboard door, you find it's much too heavy for you. You're not sure how small you've become, but the pots and pans now seem as big as cars. What can you do? If you don't leave the cupboard, you'll never be able to find the refrigerator and return to your true size. At this rate, you'll have shrunk down to nothing before lunch. Help, you squeak. Help! Even if you were your normal size, you realize no one would be able to hear you with all the racket coming from the TV. Luckily, it's not totally dark in the cupboard. But why not? You glance around. You notice something you hadn't seen before. In the back of the cupboard, you spot a small hole. Pale light is streaming through it. Maybe you can escape through the hole. You crawl over a pile of pan lid towards the hole. You've almost reached it when you hear a hideous scratching sound. A moment later, a huge furry head begins to push through the hole. Yikes! What is it? Turn to page 127. Hey, Fuji, thanks. Hope you're well. You watch as the huge beast climbs through the hole towards you. Its face is covered with hair. It has a long, pointed snout and huge yellow teeth. It opens its mouth and lets out a squeak. You realize that the terrifying monster is a mouse, and it's 3 times bigger than you are. You are really small now. The mouse glances around the cupboard, probably looking for food. Then it spots you. Its long whiskers twitch as if it sniffs in your direction. It begins to move toward you. What will you do now? Should you try to fight it off? Or maybe it's as gentle as the mice in the cage in your school classroom. Maybe you should make friends with it. Whatever you decide, you've got to do something soon. There's no way out of the cupboard except through the mouse hole, and the mouse is now less than a whisker away. Alright, we fighting or making friends?
Oh shit! A rat!
Theremin. You fighting the rat, or you befriending the rat? Become Ratman, king of rats. Yes, Tim, thank you. What would Alabama do? Probably fuck his sister. Yeehaw. Oh, we're befriending the rat. It's friends time. Friends time. Try page 116. You've decided to make friends with the mouse. You want it to know you aren't a threat. Hello, mousy mousy, you say sweetly. You try not to think about its long yellow teeth. The mouse stops stalking you. It stares at you with little beady eyes. You think back on all the mice you've seen in school science projects. You know they're curious animals. How can you make it curious instead of hungry? You begin to make faces at it. You rub your stomach with one hand while patting your head with the other. You know, that's what you're supposed to do if you run into a bear in the wild. Try it. The mouse continues to gaze at you. It seems much less dangerous now. It starts to appear interested. Now you do a cartwheel. When you're upside down, you hit your heel on a pot lid. Ow, you cry. The mouse squeaks at you as it understands that you hurt yourself. You make a squeaking sound back at the mouse. Maybe you can convince it that you're just a strange-looking mouse. Squeak, the mouse cries. Screak, you reply. And then suddenly the mouse lunges at you, its mouth wide open. Have you made a mistake? Did you say something terrible and mouse squeaks? Turn to page 45. Papa Earl.
Did you say something terrible and mouth squeaks?
Squeak, the mouse repeats. Then it jumps on you. Hey, you cry. You find yourself buried under mouse fur. The mouse's snout is right in your face and its breath is hot and sour. Let me go, you yell. The mouse squeaks again, more quietly, and then licks your face. Is it getting ready to eat me, you wonder? No, it's washing your face. When it's done, it begins to wash the rest of your body. Then it picks you up in its warm, moist mouth. Its teeth hold you firmly, but don't hurt you. The mouse carries you back through the mouse hole to a crawl space beneath the house. And now you see where it's headed. A soft gray nest made out of fur, twigs, and grass. Nestled in the nest are 3 small, gray baby mice. Each baby mouse is about the same size as you. No, you cry, but the mouse doesn't listen. It gives you another lick, then drops you in the nest next to its children. It seems the mouse has decided to adopt you. But cheer up. Things could be worse. You'll be warm here. You'll have plenty to eat, as long as you like cheese and breadcrumbs. The toughest challenge will be learning to stay quiet as a mouse. The end. Is that the good ending? Is that the good end? I don't know that there's an end where you reverse what has happened to you. Or back to before Arnold's. At the bus? Ah, oh, Jesus, what page was that? I don't even know. Okay, I'm on the right trail here. I'm on the way. On the way. On the way. I found one of the pages for the big Stand with Barney joined the game 26. 135. That's like the last page. 112. That is the last page. Run and hide, page 4. 134. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Thanks, sneaky fat guy. If you go to Arnold's, turn to page 61. If you think you should continue home, go to page 95. Okay, so we're back on the you ate chocolate cake and you're growing uncontrollably instead of shrinking. You've just run from the police after breaking a window with a baseball in a completely innocent children's baseball game. But instead of going to Arnold's Shrinkatorium, you're continuing home while growing at an alarming rate. You try to think of any possible reason you could have suddenly start growing. You think back over everything you've done for the past 24 hours. Still haven't figured out an answer when you enter the kitchen. Dora and Barney are making sandwiches in the kitchen. You are really hungry now in the kitchen. Along with everything else in the kitchen, your appetite has also grown in the kitchen. But when you reach for the tuna fish in the kitchen, Barney stops you in the kitchen. You ought to go on a diet, wimp, in the kitchen, he tells you in the kitchen. You're getting fat in the kitchen, or haven't you noticed in the kitchen? Dora giggles obnoxiously in the kitchen. You know perfectly well that you're not fat in the kitchen, you're just big in the kitchen. Big and hungry in the kitchen. But then you remember something in the kitchen. You were very hungry in the kitchen when you were hiding in the basement in the kitchen. Hiding in the basement in the kitchen. Diffu!
Wait, where does this happen?
In the kitchen. I just started saying in the kitchen because it's... Sarah Mew, thank you as well for the 81. There's 2 sentences in a row that end with
Happy
the
10
kitchen.
years, man.
You still haven't figured out an answer when you enter the kitchen. Dora and Barney are making sandwiches in the kitchen. You still haven't figured out an answer when you enter the kitchen where Dora and Barney are making sandwiches. It's in the kitchen. In the kitchen. Needed 5,000 words for this essay, I guess. Then you remember something. You're very hungry when you're hiding in the basement. Hungry enough to eat that stale chocolate cake. Maybe there was some ingredient in that cake that is making you grow. It did taste kind of funny. If you find out what was in the cake, you should be able to figure out how to stop growing. Turn to page 34. In the kitchen. I think the secret ingredient in the cake was probably cum. You race down to the basement and open the refrigerator. The empty cake box is still sitting next to the jar of purple goop. You examine the cake box. There's no list of ingredients, just the name of the bakery. Frustrated, you shove the box back onto the shelf. The purple peanut butter jar rattles. Then you have a crazy thought. If the cake made you grow, could the peanut butter make you shrink? It worked for Alice in Alice in Wonderland. Some food made her big, some food made her small. You might as well try. You grab the jar and take a big spoonful of the stuff and swallow it. It tastes awful. It's like a combination of Brussels sprouts and liver. Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts and liver. You force yourself to swallow all the goop in the jar. Will you shrink? You feel an odd tingling sensation all over your body. It's working, you think. I'm getting smaller. But then something bumps your head. You glance up to see the ceiling, an inch from your nose. What's going on? The refrigerator is far below you. All the furniture looks as if it belongs in a dollhouse. Somehow you've grown another 2 feet. The purple goop didn't make you shrink at all. Instead, it made you grow even faster. You're so big now you might not even be able to make it out of the basement. Quick, turn to page 15. It's hard. Okay. You peer up the stairs. The basement door leading to the kitchen is so small. Will you be able to fit through it? You start up the stairs, hoping to make it to the top before you're too big to get through the door. Smash! Your foot crashes through the bottom step. They're just old and rickety. Then you tell yourself, you lift up another foot and place it on the next step. Crash! The stairs won't work. These stairs don't work. You glance around the basement. You've got to get out before you're trapped inside. You have to move fast. You're still growing. You notice a window. It'll be a tight squeeze, but you had to go through the window to get to this point. All good. You pull open the window. You're so big now you accidentally rip it out of its frame. Pieces of wooden glass fly everywhere. You start to climb through. You don't really fit, but you're already halfway out. You refuse to give up now. You can hear the house ripping and tearing as you push your way through. Broken pipes spurt water, torn wood scrapes your skin. At last, you fall onto the lawn. You glance up to see a huge hole in the wall where the basement window used to be. Then you hear a piercing scream. Page 90. Step cousin, I'm stung. Dora is shrieking and staring at you in horror. Dora, you say, it's me, your cousin. But you're so big she doesn't even recognize you, and you can tell you're still growing. Help, she screams, help, it's a mutant alien. You pull yourself to your feet. Maybe if she can see all of you, she'll know who you are. As you stand, your hair brushes the treetops. Dora looks very small standing in the yard beneath you, and now Barney runs out of the house. Call the police, Dora screams. There's a mutant alien in our backyard. Barney takes one look at you and turns white. He spins around and heads for the house. He's going to call the police. They've already been called about you once. If they come again, you'll be in so much trouble that you'll never get out of it. You've got to stop Barney. But how? How to stop cousin Barney. Option 1. Grab him. Try to explain. Option 2. Throw something in his path. Both of these sound like they will end well. Vote in the poll. Murder. I fucking did it. I'll do it again. Yeah, murder. All right, this is, help me remember, this is page 90. Cousin Bar. The poll things are... yeah, whatever. You can't type everything you want to. Oh, it's tied. It's tied. Oh, swing. We got to swing. Oh no, it's tied again, you assholes. Oh, someone with the last second. 45 votes to 44. Grab him, try to explain. Turn to page 6. Every vote counts, that's right. Try to talk to Barney. You watch him race for the house. Stop, you shout. The sound of your voice makes the entire yard shake. You pick Barney up in your hand. He screams in terror. Thanks for the resub, he says, screaming at the top of his lungs. 5 whole years, please.
Happy 10-year birthday, Patty
I'm 10 years old.
Thanks, Sarcasm and Turtles. Welcome back. Congrats on the new PP. Put me down, please put me down. You've never seen him so scared before. You've never seen anyone so scared before. He really thinks you're a mutant alien. Please, he repeats, sobbing. I'll do anything you say. Just don't hurt me. Your face is too big for him to recognize. Barney's always been so nasty that you can't resist scaring him a little more. You lift him even higher until his toes dangle above the treetops. He kicks and screams even louder. "Put me down," he yells. "Please, please put me down." "Not yet," you thunder, then bring him squirming and crying level with your face. "You puny human," you tell him. "I could smash you like a bug in a second, but I'll let you live on one condition." Turn to page 119. "Well, what's the condition?" Barney sobs. "I'll do anything you say, anything at all." "First," you say, "you have to promise not to call the police." "I promise," Barney cries. "You must also promise that from now on you'll be nice to your cousin. You'll share your bike and all your toys, and you'll never pound anyone ever again." Just basically scared Barney into being a eunuch. "I promise," Barney gulps. "Very well," you announce. "You may live." You prepare to set him down when your whole body suddenly begins to feel warm. It feels almost as if... Uh-oh. What's happening? Find out on page 46. Okay. The warm feeling spreads through your whole body. Your muscles tingle and the ground starts shaking. You hear a low rumbling sound. Now the tree branches begin to whip past your face. You glance up to see the trees are once again over your head. The growth formula is finally worn off. You're back to your normal size. Unfortunately, your hands are still gripping Barney's shoulders. Barney's mouth and eyes are open wide. He looks as if he's in shock, but as soon as you let go, he glares at you. He's angrier and meaner looking than you've ever seen him. "You!" Barney shouts. "The alien was just shrimpy stupid you!" You take a baby step backward. Barney, you begin. He doesn't let you finish. "What was that about a promise, wimp?" he snarls. Nothing," you reply, starting to back away faster. "How's this for a promise, cuz?" he sneers. "I promised to pound you." "I promised to pound you." You're glad to be small again, but you wish the formula had lasted a little bit longer, at least long enough to have escaped from Barney. Oh well, looks like your chance to get even with Barney has come to an end.
Not right.
That's not right. That's not right. All right. I think there was one more ending, and I'm just going to read it because I know what the page is. Shopkeeper, thanks for the 20 months. That was the good ending, I think. The you're back to normal, everything's back to normal ending. Oh yeah, you wanted to do, that's right, page 90. What was the choice? Throw something in his path. Page 83. You've got to stop Barney. You're now so big you're afraid if you grab him, you'll squash him. You have to act quickly. He's almost at the door. You reach out and grab the first thing your hand touches. Unfortunately, it's the roof on the neighbor's house. With a hideous crack, the roof rips loose from the house. Bricks and roofing shingles scatter like falling leaves. You've opened the house up like a box. You stare at the roof in your hand. Shocked, you peer into the house. From inside, the neighbors stare up at you. They are eating lunch. Now they're screaming in terror. "It's a monster," the father of the family shouts. "It's an alien," his wife screams. "Alien, alien," the daughters shriek. "No, wait," you cry, but your voice is so loud. That's what's left of their house shakes.
Thank you for locating my son, Dale Dimmadome.
10 more years, Patty Sip.
Hell yeah, Sham. Welcome back. Thanks for the biddies. Welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. Appreciate the 15 hundo. Thank you, thank you. Where was I? Oh, shit. The family rushes out to the street. You search for Barney, but he's disappeared. He's probably gone for the police. You feel terrible. Maybe you can fix the damage you've caused. You kneel down beside the house and carefully set the roof back in place. Unfortunately, parts of it seem to be missing. You glance around the yard for the missing pieces. Then you hear an angry growl. No. Morado, thanks for giving the sub to K-Jack. K-Jack, welcome back. Thanks, Morado. The growling turns into a nasty snarl. You feel a stinging on your ankle. You glance down to see the neighbor's dog, a Rottweiler, attacking you. You're so huge it's like being attacked by a cricket. You ignore the dog. You find more pieces of the roof and try to place them on the house. They're still missing pieces, but it doesn't look so bad now. You dust your hands off and stand up, but you now hear a new sound behind you. Turn around to see dozens of people approaching. They're holding golf clubs, kitchen knives, brooms, and shovels. They look frightened but determined. Not good. Hi, you say, trying to sound friendly. I'm sorry I wrecked your roof. It's almost as good as new now. The man whose roof you damaged shakes his fist at you. He holds a garbage can lid like a shield. This is the alien, he yells to the others, pointing at you. That's the alien that destroyed my house. The others shriek and shake their weapons at you. Get out of here, alien, they shout. Get out of here, don't come back. Wow, this is... Maybe that's not such a bad idea. You're not sure where to go. You're definitely not welcome here. Escape on page 106. They sure do, Dave. What's up, man? Turn around, start for the highway. You have to be very careful where you put your feet. Whoops! There went someone's bicycle. Crunch, you just flattened Uncle Harvey's car. Hope you don't accidentally crush a person or animal. You step carefully over a parked van. The neighborhood still rings with terrified shouts. Alien! Alien! You can't wait to get away. Once you reach the main roadway, you take off. Crash! Cars collide behind you, but you have to keep going. You don't even dare look back. You hear a frightening sound. Sirens. Lots of sirens. Someone in your uncle's neighborhood has called the police. You're in big trouble. Now, and if your neighbors won't listen to you, will the police? You see flashing lights in the distance as the emergency vehicles race towards you. Above them, helicopters buzz like angry hornets. It's an all-out attack! Where will you go? What can you do? And then you see it. One of the few places in the world where you might be able to hide until you return to your normal size. On page 54. It's a circus! There will be people of all sizes at the circus, you figure, and the big top is large enough to cover you. There's several smaller tents besides. You're sure you could fit inside any one of them. You leave the highway and start running through a field. You frighten several horses and half a herd of cattle, but then you safely reach the circus grounds. You're still being hunted. The police cars and helicopters aren't far behind. Quick, which tent will you enter? The big top or a sideshow tent? Poll time. Get to voting. What kind of clown will you be? It was pretty close. Big Top in the lead. Half a minute left. This does not make sense to me. It's a choose your own adventure book. You guys are choosing the adventure. Why would someone think a large human is an alien? I don't know. What would you think it was? That's not an alien. That's just a 30-foot tall person. How foolish of them. Big Top by 2 votes. 37 to 35. God damn. God, there are a lot of endings in this. 38. You quickly duck inside the Big Top. It's incredibly noisy. You're clapping, laughing, and the roars of wild animals in the ring. Even though you're gigantic, no one notices you at first. They're too busy watching the circus. In the center of the ring, a man dressed in white is surrounded by 5 tigers. The tigers sit on colorful stands. The man is making them do tricks while you watch. A tiger jumps through a flaming hoop. The crowd applauds. The man in white makes the tiger bow, but then, instead of returning to its stand, the tiger rushes out of the ring. It's running straight towards you. Quick, hurry to page 87. You take a step back, but the tiger bounds up to you. Its lips twist in a snarl, its teeth glisten in the bright lights. The piercing sound of your scream even shocks you. The tiger freezes mid-pounce. How? The crowd stares at you. You forgot how loud your voice is now that you're a giant. Tiger backs away, and then with its tail between its legs, sulks back into the ring. I'm sorry, kitty, you call to the frightened animal. You didn't mean to scare it, and you realize now that you're huge, tigers couldn't really hurt you. As you stride to the center of the ring, all the tigers cower. Even the trainer looks a little nervous. You reach out to the tiger and start to scratch its chin. Grand Pooh Bear. Thanks for the raid, dude. Appreciate you. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Patty. For a 10-year partner anniversary, I'm reading Goosebumps Choose Your Own Scare book, having chat vote on the choices on which pages to go to. This one is Beware of the Purple Peanut Butter. And as you can see, they've got a picture of Grand Pooh Bear right there. He was the model for this back in 97. Thanks for the raid, Pooh. Hope you had a good stream. It's the purple peanut butter, yeah. Right now, the main character was playing hide and seek with his cousins. Their cousins, I should say. And hid in the basement, wasn't supposed to go down in, had some chocolate cake in a strange fridge, and is now a 60-foot tall monster hiding in a circus tent. The book go over how Grand Pooh Bear got his name? No, it's not about, no. It's just the model on the cover. It's nothing to do with Grand... You did book about Grand Pooh Bear? No, you dumbass. No. This is about some 9-year-old kid that ate chocolate cake and became a giant, and now is being chased by the US government. Silly bastards. Rave Knight, thanks for the 48 months. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Where was I?
Not right.
Goosebumps. Viewer beware, he's got no head hair.
Thank you, Kumatori. As you stride to the center of the ring, all the tigers cower. Even the trainer looks a little nervous. You reach out to the tiger and scratch it under its chin. Then it starts to rub against your legs like a kitten. It's purring. The crowd begins applauding and cheering, but the tiger trainer just glares at you. Nice kitty, you tell the tiger. You kneel down and pet the beautiful animal. You notice the tiger trainer is still glaring at you. Oops, it finally dawns on you. You've interrupted his performance. You better get out of the ring. You straighten back up and turn to go. Youch! Something just yanked your hair hard. Turn to page 10. Never had my bald yanked so hard in my life. You glance up to see a woman dressed in a silver bathing suit. She's hanging upside down from a high wire. One end of the wire is caught in your hair. Hey, she shouts at you. Get out of my act.
I'm sorry,
You apologize.
I didn't mean to bother you.
You reach up and untangle the wire from your hair. I can't relate to this. I'm no longer inserting myself into this story, and I'm checked out, honestly. The crowd goes wild. They're applauding you. You smile at them and bow. Here comes the owner, the tiger trainer declares. You're in big trouble now. You peer down to see a small fat man in a clown suit approaching. He has a white face with two huge black eyes and a bright pink nose. I'm sorry, you stammer, and bending over to talk to him. I didn't mean to ruin the circus. I only came... Ruin it, the man cuts you off. Are you kidding? This is the best act we've had in years. How did you get so big? How did you get the tigers to like you so much? I can't really explain, you reply. It all started... Never mind, the clown interrupts again. I want to hire you. When can you start? Think quickly. The circus is a great place to hide out, but do you really want to spend the rest of your life here? If you join the circus, turn to page 113. If you say no thanks, go to page 118. Join circus? Yes? No. Vote in the poll. Do we just get employed as a 60-foot tall 9-year-old? My lifelong dream.
Yay, child labor! Yay!
Ooh. Oh, man. Neck hurts today. Thanks, Saddam. And thank you, Furry Tractor. Looks like we're joining the circus. Who could have seen this one coming? All right, page 113. I'd love to join the circus, you tell the clown. Great, he exclaims. We'll work out the details later. You'll work with the tigers, starting now. As the audience files in for the next show, Tombo, the tiger trainer, gives you a nasty look. You don't know anything about tigers, kid, Tombo warns. They can be very dangerous, and people can be dangerous too. Is he threatening you? Before you can find out, the ringmaster announces your act. And now, presenting Tombo the tiger trainer and his amazing new assistant. The circus band strikes up a song. The spotlight focuses on the center ring. Tombo lets his 5 tigers out of the cage. The big cats jump onto their stands inside the ring. They snarl and growl as Tombo approaches. Tombo holds up a flaming hoop. He cracks the whip. One by one, he makes the tigers jump through the flames. The crowd applauds. Let's see you top that, kid, he sneers. You feel sorry for the tigers. They may be dangerous animals, but you can tell they don't like the whip or jumping through hoops. But somehow, you have to entertain the crowd. Go on, kid, Tombo whispers. Get started, if you want to keep your job. Jesus. Get to work on page 56. Oh boy, my dream come true. You gaze at the tigers. They gaze back at you. They look just like overgrown pussycats. You reach down and scratch one of the tigers behind the ears. It arches its back and rubs against you, purring. The other 4 tigers jump off the platform and run up to you. All they want is someone to treat them nicely. What are you doing? Tombo screams. You're ruining my tigers. You ignore him. You sit down on the dirt floor. The tigers all crawl into your lap. You pet them. They lick your hands and face. The crowd loves it. They cheer even louder than they did for Tombo. You see, Tombo, you say cheerfully, you should be kinder to your tigers. You're having a great time. You're even going to get paid. What a life! In fact, everything is perfect until your hands and feet start to feel warm. The feeling moves up your arms and legs. Soon your whole body feels as if it's on fire. What's going on, you wonder? You're not on fire. You're shrinking. What a time to grow small again. Just when you have 5 tigers on your lap. The end. Yikes. Good end? Yeah, right? Let's see, what was the other option? 118 was the don't join the circus, I think. Alright, we'll do don't join the circus. You can't join the circus. You have to find a way to make yourself smaller. Thanks for your offer, you tell the clown, but I'm not usually this big, you explain your problem. I understand, the clown tells you. I appreciate your honesty. In return, I may be able to help you. One of our workers is a fortune teller who has strange powers. She may be able to return you to your normal size. After the show, the clown introduces you to a very small, white-haired woman in long pink robe. Her face is so wrinkled, she appears to be hundreds of years old. I predict, she begins in a strange accent, you will make lots of money and live a long, happy life. No, the clown says. We don't need a fortune told. This person needs help. That's different, she says. My fortunes are all fake. You notice her accent has now disappeared. Your heart sinks. You thought she was going to be someone with real powers. But my powers are very real, she says. What? As if she had read your mind. But I don't use them on fortunes. Everyone wants the same thing. Fame, money, success. She sighs. Now tell me, what is your problem? You can tell her on page 7. We're telling all, chat room. We're telling all to this old woman with a fake accent, like a prick. You scoop her up in your palm and hold her close to your face while you explain what happened to you. I've seen cases like this before, she says when you finish. I think I can help. She reaches into her robes and pulls out a small torn brown bag. This is 100 proof vodka. She takes a big swig. Take this herbal mixture, she instructs, but take only a tiny part of it. The results can be very unpredictable. Take a small bag from her hands and set her on the ground. Thanks, you say. You're about to ask her more when she speaks again. Do as I say, she tells you. Now, no more questions. It's time for my nap. You blink once and she's gone. You almost think you imagined her, but the tiny brown bag sits in your hand. You open it. A strong, spicy scent immediately fills the air. You shake the contents out in your hand. A small pinch of brown and green powder falls into your palm. It's maybe a teaspoon altogether. Fortune teller told you to take a tiny amount of the mixture, but this is a tiny amount, and you're so big, you don't see how it could possibly help you. Should you eat just part of the mixture? Turn to page 79. Or maybe you ought to take the whole thing. Page 125. Cactus Fantastico. Thanks for the 96 months.
Titty, 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 titty.
How much mixture? All of it? Some of it. Vote in the poll. Titty, 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 titty. These edibles aren't working. I'll eat another. Silly. Very silly. All right, how are we looking? All of it winning by a few votes. Only 60 votes? Come on now. It's you guys deciding.
Oh, it doesn't work on mobile.
Horrible excuse. All of it wins 43 to 40. All right. Well, the whole thing 125. Okie dokie. Chat's hungry. You lick up all the powder on your palm. A second later, your mouth feels as if it's on fire. This is the hottest stuff you've ever tasted. You rush outside the big top, searching for water. You spot a big tank that's used to water the animals. You grab it and drain it in one gulp. It doesn't help. You've got to find more water. You rush away from the circus. In the distance, you see a lake. You take 3 big steps and you're there. You kneel down and begin to sip from the lake. By the time the lake is empty, you start to feel better. You stand up and notice you're bigger. Much, much bigger. You're so big the dry lake is a tiny dot far below you. A jet plane buzzes by your ear. You're so big your feet cover the whole country. It appears you took too much of the herbal powder. It's having a reverse effect. Uh-oh, you can't breathe. You're so tall your head reaches into outer space. Too bad it looks as if this big adventure was really out of this world. The end. You see, chat, that's why you follow directions and you don't be greedy. When a 100-year-old gypsy woman at a circus gives you a mysterious powder and tells you to only have a little bit, you probably don't want to have it all. Just saying. That's why 8Ds live forever. I don't know what that has to do with it, Dr. Cox, but I like the sound of living forever, so thank you. Maybe you should just eat part of the mixture. Turn to page 79, because chat keeps choosing the options that kill them. And then Patty goes back to choose the other option afterwards, and everything works out. Imagine. Stick out your tongue and lick up the tiniest bit of the herbal powder. It's such a small amount you don't even taste anything as you swallow. You hold your breath, waiting for something to happen. But it does nothing. Notice any difference? You shout down to the clown. No, he shakes his head. But at least you aren't growing any bigger. Maybe you have to wait for it to work. Maybe, you agree. But you can't help being disappointed. Maybe you should eat the rest of the mixture. You start to lift your hand to your lips and suddenly hear a familiar noise. Sirens and helicopters. Oh no, the police have found you. Should you eat the rest of the mixture? Before you can decide, a helicopter swoops down outside the tent. Its rotors blow the rest of the mixture out of your hand. The herbs are lost forever on the wind. You duck out of the big top and start running. You have to get away. Run to page 41. You're so big now, you take giant steps. Doesn't take you long to outdistance the police cars and helicopters, but you're much too big to hide anywhere. You're going to have to find help. But where? The police think you're a mutant alien. Your relatives are afraid of you. Who could possibly help you? You think back to when your troubles started. If only you hadn't eaten that piece of chocolate cake. It must have been what caused you to grow. You can't think of any other answer. You have to find the person who made the cake. It's the only solution. But who made the cake? You close your eyes, trying to remember the name of the cake box. Was it Effie's Bakery, Midvale, or was it Maddie's Bakery, Elmville? If you remember, you know exactly where to go. If not, you'll have to guess. Haha, chat has to guess. Were you paying attention? Oh, we're gonna gamba on that. This is a literal gamba. This is a literal gamba. We're gambling. Let's see. This is the gamba. And I will choose the one with the most points. And that will win. The one with the most points will win. You got 20 seconds. I've been drinking, though. I don't know. Hey, Twig. You weren't here? Uh-oh. Rare. Rare. All right. Oh, Effie's Bakery with the 250k drop. All right, Effie's Bakery it is. Page 32. As fast as you can run, you head for Midvale. The police cars speed after you. To your left is the highway. To your right is the river. You get an idea. You stop running and step over the river. The police cars all come to a screeching stop. Squealing tires, they make sharp turns and speed back towards the nearest bridge. You smile to yourself. You have plenty of time now. Soon you approach Midvale. Quickly, you scan the business district. There it is. Effie's Bakery. Oh, I skipped a paragraph. A small gray wooden building. The residents of Midvale scream and run when they see you. You don't care. All you care about is finding Effie. As you approach, delicious smells pour out of the tiny building. Using your little finger, you gently tap on the door. A plump, gray-haired lady comes to the door. You expect her to scream, but she doesn't. Her tiny head tips backward as her eyes travel up, up, up to meet yours. May I help you? She asks. I hope so, you reply. You explain your problem. I think your cake caused it, you finish. So that's what happened to the chocolate cake, she says. You decide, oh, wait, go to page 62. I started reading the next page. That's no good. 62. Effie reaches in her pocket and hands you an EpiPen. I keep one of these on me at all times. Just push it in and press the button. You put the needle in your leg and press the button. Suddenly you feel warm. I'm kidding. What do you mean? You ask. It was a special cake I made for a client who was too short, but another customer picked it up by mistake. When I called her, I found out she had moved. Now you know how the cake ended up in your uncle's basement. Well, it worked, you tell her sadly. It worked too well. Effie looks you up and down and nods. I must have put too much growth spice in it, she tells you. Is there any way you can reverse it? Can you bake a cake that will make me small again? You ask. Effie thinks, frowning. I'll try, she agrees. But it'll have to be a huge cake. You'll have to help me. Gladly, you agree to help. First, Effie leads you to a huge dumpster behind her bakery. Here's where I get rid of my mistakes, she tells you. The dumpster's full of moldy, strange-shaped cakes. After you clean out the dumpster, Effie brings 50 bags of flour and spices. You empty them into the dumpster. She climbs on a ladder and breaks 100 eggs into the flour. Then she adds 7 gallons of water from a garden hose. And now, she says, for the shrinking powder. Turn to page 21. Okay. Sure. While you stir the mixture, Effie adds a tiny, tiny pinch of shrink powder. Then you close the dumpster's lid and build a fire around it. You wait while the cake cooks. It smells awful, but you don't care. You'll eat anything if it'll make you small again. At last, the fire dies down. When the dumpster's cool, you lift the lid and peek inside. The cake is green and lumpy. It smells like garbage mixed with too much cinnamon. You can't wait to taste it. You open your mouth wide, take a big bite. It tastes even worse than it smells. Your mouth feels as if it's full of slime, but you chew it and swallow. Then you wait. Nothing happens. Eat some more, Effie suggests. It tastes too gross, you complain. Effie holds up 2 beakers of liquid. 1 purple and 1 blue. Maybe one of these will help. A kid I know named Kermit gave these to me. Kermit is a really smart scientist. You stare at the beakers and suddenly remember something. There was a kid named Kermit in a Goosebumps book you once read, Monster Blood 3, and he invented a liquid that made things shrink. But what color was the liquid? This is a lore callback to a Goosebumps book. Unreal. Unfucking real. I love it. I love it. Okay, blue or purple? Y'all on that perp drink? Gonna crank on that purple drink. Anybody remember Monster Blood 3? I cheated. Oh, did you look it up? Even if you know, you could have just decided to choose the wrong one. I don't know. You read it, but it was 25 years ago. And you don't remember what color liquid makes you shrink from Kermit the Young Scientist? What's wrong with you? All right, chat looking to get turned. Looking to get turned. Let's see. Purple liquid, page 28. You grab the beaker of purple liquid and pour it on the cake. The liquid quickly seeps through the cake, turning it in weird lavender color. You take a big bite, then you wait, and wait, and wait. Suddenly, your teeth start to chatter. Your knees begin to knock. Your body sways back and forth. It's working, you think. It's finally working. Your teeth chatter faster and faster. You're afraid your fillings will fall out. Does this kid even have adult teeth? Then your body quiets down. You glance around. You return to normal size again. Hey, Effie, you cry, look at me. You try to run over to Effie, but you can't. You can't bend your arms or your legs. What's going on? Your neck is incredibly stiff too. Oh dear, Effie says. I guess the purple liquid was the wrong one. You've been turned into a gingerbread man. What? You cry, suddenly noticing your colorful icing clothes. Don't worry, Effie says. She leads you inside the bakery. Gingerbread cookies are big sellers this year. I'll put you front and center in the display. I'm sure you'll find a new home before you get too stale. The end. This one I'm not making up. I couldn't come up with that shit if I wanted to. Zippity zoop, poppity poop. You're gingerbread man. What the fuck? Okay, blue liquid, page 67. Dude, chat always picks the wrong fucking choice. It's unreal. You're like magnetized to it. You break off a piece of cake and dunk it in the blue liquid. You're sure Kermit used blue liquid to make things shrink in Monster Blood 3. You take a bite of the cake. Please work, you think, please. Then suddenly you feel as if you're falling. You gasp and glance around. You are falling. You suddenly become small again all at once, and you're falling straight toward the open dumpster. Squoosh! You land right in the middle of the smelly, soft, slimy, disgusting cake. But you don't care. You climb out of the dumpster and thank Effie. You're very welcome, she replies. She hands you a towel. While you're wiping yourself off, she ducks inside the bakery. She returns with a big box of chocolate cupcakes. Here you are, she says, a treat to take home to your aunt and uncle. Thank you, you reply and take the box and start home. But as soon as you're out of sight, you throw it away. You don't want to hurt Effie's feelings. But you're sick of chocolate cake. The next time you're hungry, you decide it's Brussels sprouts and broccoli for you. The end. All right, I want to know what happens when you go to Maddie's Bakery instead of Effie's Bakery. I don't think chat got a good ending. I think I did the good endings just by default because chat couldn't find them. Vegetables, bad ending. Terrible ending. Kid wants Brussels sprouts, bad end. All right. You run along the highway median, headed for Maddie's Bakery. On either side, all you hear is crashing of cars and drivers gawk at you. At last, you see a big green highway sign. Elmville, 23 miles. 23 miles is no problem for you. Shouldn't take more than 10 minutes or so. With police and army cars speeding after you, you follow the highway. At last, you see a sign for Elmville, but now the helicopters have caught up to you again. You wave your arms at them, swatting them away as if they were mosquitoes. If only they would leave you alone. You turn towards the town and quickly scan its tiny buildings till at last you find one that says Maddie's Bakery. Maddie's is a tiny brick building with a brown shingled roof. You kneel in the parking lot and bend your head so you can see the bakery more clearly. But what you see causes your heart to sink into your toes. Turn to page 69. That's the good end. Nice. Nailed on the door of Maddie's Bakery is a big sign that says, out of business. Nice, 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 nice. Sadly, you stand up. Maddie's was your only hope. Now you notice the noise around you has grown louder. Much louder. You glance around in horror. In front of you are dozens of police cars. Behind you are 3 tanks and an armored personnel carrier from the National Guard. Behind them is a big red van you've never seen before. On its side is painted Alien Research Institute. Overhead, small planes and helicopters buzz. You hear a loud squawk and loudspeaker comes on. "We've got you surrounded, alien," a hollow voice cries. "I'm not an alien," you cry. "I'm a human kid." Now the red van opens. A skinny man with thick glasses steps out. "I'm Dr. Harlan from Alien Research Institute," he shouts through a megaphone. "I'm here to take you to our museum for study." "I don't want to be studied." "Too bad," he says. "You'll never get away. Surrender now, or I'll be forced to capture you." What are you gonna do? What do? Surrender? Try to run. Vote in the poll. Make your choice. Kill. I want to kill. What are you going to choose, chat room? What are you doing? Try to run, cowards. About 15 seconds left. What would the French do? I don't like to think about French people. They scare me. Thanks, Corbin. Appreciate you. Yeah, we're running. Can't keep running away. 1:23 to run. "I'll never surrender," you reply. You turn to run. "Capture the alien," Dr. Harlan shouts. "Don't let it get away." You wish, you think. You wish, Potter. How can they catch you? You're 20 times as big as any of them. But on the other hand, where can you go? Do you really want to spend the rest of your life trying to escape? Maybe if you talk to Dr. Harlan, you can convince him you're not an alien. Maybe he can use his scientific knowledge to return you to normal size. You stop running and turn back. Dr. Harlan's red van is heading right for you. "I want to talk," you announce. The van stops. Dr. Harlan steps out. "I'm listening," he calls. "You have 30 seconds to explain yourself." You think carefully. Whatever you say next could affect your whole future. But before you can begin, you suddenly feel very strange. You're dizzy. Your mouth has become dry. Painfully dry. What's going on? Find out on page 20. You feel stranger and stranger. "Speak, alien," Dr. Harlan cries, but your mouth won't move. You glance down at Dr. Harlan and watch as he begins to grow. He grows bigger and bigger, faster and faster. The
Alien.
bakery and trees.
Warm it up.
Ooh, disillusion.
Driving up.
Thank you very much for the 1,000 biddies.
That cream.
That's a
Pure
10.
vanilla.
Sweeteners.
Sweeteners.
That's a 10.
That's a 10.
Happy 10 years, Mr. Streamer.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the biddies. Thank you. Where was I? All at once you realize they're not growing. Instead, you're shrinking. You're finally returning to your normal size. Whatever caused you to grow is wearing off. In less than a minute, you're standing next to Dr. Harlan's red van. All around you, people are running and shouting. You can still hear the squeals of sirens. Dr. Harlan is speechless. He seems frozen in shock.
This is
Yo, Kit. What up, dude? You're gonna have to gift 5 subs. Thank you, though. Appreciate that. Prince Bubblegum, Gibby, Luigi Trigger, number 2, the letter B, and Kershion. Welcome back to the Patty Party. Make sure you thank Just Kit for the gift subs. Kit, appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Thanks. Oh, Jemu, thank you for the 31 months. Appreciate the resub. Thank you.
G's on 10 years. You are awesome.
Shut up, baby, I know it. Thank you. Trying to appear casual, you stroll through the crowd. "Hey, kid," a policeman warns. "You better get out of here. There's a mutant alien on the loose." "Really?" you reply innocently. Then you shrug. Somehow that doesn't seem like such a big deal. The end. Hey, Maya. Thank you. Hey, you should go back and watch it. It's funny. All right, let's see what happens if you surrender. Turn to page 42. Chat actually got an ending where they didn't, like, become horrifically disfigured or die because they can't breathe. Good job, chat. I surrender, you say to Dr. Harlan, but you're so big your voice sounds like rumbling of thunder. No one can understand you. Surrender or we'll capture you, Dr. Harlan repeats. 1. I surrender. 2. How can you make him understand that you're giving up? In desperation, you raise your hands high in the air. Unfortunately, a helicopter was buzzing above you just that moment. Your hand brushes against it, and the small chopper falls to the ground. It's attacking, the scientist screams. Wait, you cry. It was an accident. Your voice is so loud the windows in all the police cars shatter. Hit the ground, Dr. Harlan ducks under the van. It's after us all. No, you cry, and you get down on your knees and try whispering. You don't understand, you say. The breath from your whisper blows over a tank. Go to Plan B, Dr. Harlan cries. What's Plan B, you wonder? Find out on page 75. Plan B begins. The police cars and tanks suddenly back away. The roof of the red van peels back. Some sort of bizarre weapon pokes out from its roof. This is your last chance, alien, Dr. Harlan shouts. Will you give up peacefully? I'm not an alien, you explain. I'm a kid. Your time is up, Dr. Harlan shouts. Activate the web gun. They're going to shoot you. Help, you turn to run. Boom. Something heavy falls over your head. You try to pull it off, but thick strands pin your hands to your sides. The more you struggle, the tighter the strands wind around you. In horror, you realize the gun shot a big net all around you. Now the strands wind around your feet. You feel yourself start to topple to the ground. Congratulations, alien, Dr. Harlan's voice cries. You're the first creature to be captured by our artificial spiderweb. Somehow you don't feel honored. Oh well, that's what happens when you become too wrapped up in adventure. The end. Well, that was fun. That was a good time, huh? Thanks for joining me, reading Beware the Purple Peanut Butter. I will have you all reminded that this was your choice of book, and it's all your fault, as was the design. Alrighty.
Thanks.
Still don't know what happens if you wait for the cops in the baseball field. Well, I guess you're just going to have to buy a copy of Beware of the Purple Peanut Butter. Because I've been reading Goosebumps for 2.5 hours and my throat hurts. Hell yeah, Brightbane. Thank you. That was fun. I'll do another one of those again sometime. That was a good time. I need water. I need water. Immediately.
I just wanted to go to the sauna.
I'm not gonna read the whole fucking book. You guys chose a lot of things, and we went back and chose some things as well. There was something that was like one of the ending, like the end pages that I saw. Yeah, this one has back end. Its end. This is one of the endings, and the first sentence is, "You just aren't strong enough to lift the elephant." There was another one. One of them is you drown in a can of brown sludge. One is you get covered in coins and you die. This one says, the lizard slithers out of the refrigerator. It's already as big as a Great Dane. It starts to follow you. A lot of endings in this book, man. You guys should check it out. This is a good book. This is a good book. Don't want Barney to pound you? Well, you don't have a choice. That's why it's so scary. It's a Goosebumps book. It's supposed to be terrifying. Alright. After 2.5 hours of haunted house lo-fi hip-hop mix, I'm excited to say we can listen to something else. But I need to take a break. I need to take a break. Holy moly. See y'all back here in a few minutes. Thanks for being here. Play some video games. See you soon.